This was once Boston's most popular DIY store, Hardware Town. Now it is under the control of Demo and his group of raiders. When you arrive, you'll find a settler who's in distress. She'll be luring you into Hardware Town to help her. And once you do, you'll quickly figure out that something fishy is going on. As I mentioned, the raiders use this tactic to lure unsuspecting victims and people who want to help into their clutches, where they will kill them and take all of their items. This place is brilliant for loot, so be sure to pick up all of the items and appreciate the environmental storytelling that you can find all around. Going in behind the counter, pick up any desk fans, and you'll notice the cash registers are pretty light, but don't worry, there are plenty of caps promised later on. You could go into the basement, but I advise that it's best you go headfirst into the raiders unless you're doing like a stealth run. You'll find 4 in this room, and if you don't go in immediately, they will come and find you. Their leader, of course, as I said, is Demo. He is located up top. He will normally walk around and look for you himself. If you take care of him, be sure to take all the items and vodka that you find around him. If you do a good enough jump here over the shelves, you can find a safe at the other side. Use the fallen shelves if you need another access point. Dropping down, there's some caps in the fridge. And the most important thing is this wooden crate. They kind of keep all of the things they find off their previous victims. You can see them all piling up in the basement. If you're here for paint though, green paint, you can get some yellow paint, blue paint, and mix it up here, giving you green paint to paint the wall in Diamond City. Next up, we'll go into the basement. After you avenge all of the settlers, you can find yourself even more items. There's a skill book as well for your settlements in the terms of pickets, fences, edition 2. Duffel bag here, a little fun story about it. It actually used to be hidden under the rubble and you had to like kind of just ever so slightly move your cursor to get it. Thankfully, a recent update has brought it back to the forefront and you don't need to worry. Although, that mightn't apply to other consoles in which it may have not been patched. If you want to enter in a sneaky fashion, you can go either the rear, though there are some raiders there, or you can go in via the alleyway, and that'll get you straight into the basement, allowing you to sneak past the raiders and get yourself the treasure upstairs. First up's the advanced lock door here. It contains a stealth boy, bottle cap mine, duffel bag, and a master lock safe, although you don't need to open it. If you want to just go inside here, you can actually find the Hardware Town storage key. And the picket fences. This will allow you to build high-tech lights. Get the desk fan, loot the steamer trunk, and any other items you may find. We snub-nose 44 and some ammo for it is also in here. And then you can drop straight back down to the cash register area. Going back inside, that might actually only get the door. Yeah, the safe is still a master lock, so you'll have to deal with that. But all the filing cabinets may contain some technical documents for the Brotherhood if you're farming some caps that way. Now, the last thing I want to show you is there's some special dialogue if you go and sneak up to the raiders in the back here. As I said, it is difficult to catch them off guard, but we'll be able to get them here. And just before we listen to them, Hardware Town is located directly beside Diamond City and the Boston Police rationing site. Very easy to find.
Well, Becca pulled him into the front of the store, and everything seemed fine, right? He must have got spooked or something, because he suddenly starts throwing grenades everywhere.
What? What'd you guys do?
That's the thing. It turns out they weren't grenades at all. They were just rocks. He was making the sounds with his mouth. Pins being pulled, the whole 9 yards.
That's fucking nuts. Did you guys take him out?
No, we just stood there. We couldn't believe what we were seeing. After he threw about a half a dozen rocks near the back of the store, he started making machine gun noises and backing toward the door. Once he got outside, it sounded like he pretended to get on a motorcycle, which of course didn't start right away. Then he took off toward the freeway at what sounded like full throttle, shifting gears and everything.
That's insane. How does someone like that survive out here at all?
There's some lunatics out there, though.
So yeah,
We're running low on supply.
little bit of unique dialogue that you may never have heard before, as someone was making machine gun noises and grenade sounds and motorcycle noises. What a brilliant way to conclude Hardware Town. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.